up. All right, welcome to your Thursday morning yoga practice. We'll go ahead and just get comfortable in our chair and just look forward to this hour of just self-care and letting go and just being able to breathe and relax and move around, maybe finding some freedom within the body. Cutting out any stillness and just allowing that all to kind of crumble away and just let your body be filled with space. We'll create space inside the body and just fill it up with just fresh new energy. So start by lengthening out your spine. Notice if it's feeling kind of compressed and just allow it to lengthen up. Imagine like you're trying to stretch it out like a rubber band, tailbone down to the seat of the chair and on the top of the head towards the ceiling. Sometimes when we sit tall, we think about puffing up our chest or lifting our chin, but we want to keep everything straight. So shoulders right on top of the hips, top of the head towards the ceiling. The back of the neck is parallel to the wall behind you, and the chin as best as you can parallel to the floor. And just feel the space that creates and the top part of your body. Take a nice big inhale here. Breathe in, fill up, feel your stomach expand. Exhale, let go, and just allow yourself to soften into your chair, relax into your space. And again, breathe in and let go. Breathe out. Once more, breathe in and breathe out. Great. Start to notice how you're feeling at the start of your practice. Maybe you're eager to jump in and start moving around, but just allow yourself a quiet moment first to just observe where you're starting from. Maybe even wiggling around a little bit to see if you have anywhere in your body that feels tight or tense, anywhere that's sore, or anywhere that might usually be sore that isn't today. Just observe without judgment, not holding on to any thought or wondering for too long, oh, why do I feel that way today? Just notice. Don't judge yourself. Maybe your shoulders are sore from being slumped over, but just take the opportunity to just notice, let it go, and we'll spend the next hour just trying to loosen that all up. Allow the hands to rest heavy in your lap or down by your sides. If your shoulders are tense, maybe you try resting with the palms facing up. And just allow the shoulders to really be heavy, not pressing them down actively or stressing out the muscles, but just letting them be loose, limp. Notice the muscles in your face. Maybe we tend to clench the jaw if we're anticipating something or really focused or stressed. So just allow for space between your back teeth. Notice the forehead if it's crinkling up, if your eyebrows are scrunching together, and just allow your face to relax. Maybe the eyelids are softly closed here. And observe the moment you're in now. Allow yourself to drop in to this moment, taking a moment to listen to the sounds around you. What do you hear inside the room you're in? What do you hear coming from the next room, above or below you? From down the hall, maybe. Just noticing. Again, not holding on to anything that you find. Just noticing. Notice what you can feel around the body. Notice the clothing on the skin, the chair underneath the hips and the back. And just allow yourself to be present here and now. We'll go ahead and get started with some movement We'll inhale, bring the top of the head up towards the ceiling, really stretch the spine. Exhale, chin to chest, starting with neck rolls. Inhale, come up to one side, ear over shoulder. Exhale, down through center. Inhale, up to the opposite side. Exhale, down through center. Inhaling up and exhaling down, matching your breath. Just following that rhythm, nice and gentle. And notice how it feels. Maybe it feels really nice. Maybe you're tense around the neck and the shoulders, and this is just a great way to release for you. Maybe you're really tight in the neck and the shoulders, so this doesn't feel too good. So if that's the case, maybe you just have a smaller range of motion, or just go slow and gentle and just see how each area feels before you jump right in. And maybe you're feeling relatively relaxed and loose today, in which case, just continue going through the movements, letting the head be heavy, and really just focusing on deepening your breath. Remembering that your entire practice is really customizable. Whatever you need today, you are free to take. So if at any point during your neck rolls, somewhere feels really good and you just want to stop, feel free, just hold. And then continue whenever you feel ready. Maybe you would like to do a few full circles with the head. If that feels safe to you, you can add that in. Just noticing what your body's asking for and honoring that. Great. Creating space, starting with small movements. A few more breaths like this. Maybe the feeling starts to change the longer we go. Maybe you notice a broader range of motion towards the end. Maybe not. Either way, just notice. See what's working for you. Great. Next, exhale whenever you get there. Chin to chest. Hands drop down by your sides. Inhale, lift the gaze, lift the arms for a sun breath. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Repeating with your breath, your inhale carries your arms up. And your exhale brings your hands to your heart. So just match your breath. The slower, the better. That just means you're breathing deep, which is a great way to start off your practice here. By lengthening the breath. With each inhale, just as we did a few moments ago, lengthen the spine like a rubber band. Just stretch it out from the floor to the ceiling. Every exhale, just softening, growing heavy, dropping into this moment. Inhale, bring in fresh new energy. Exhale, getting rid of anything that's old and left over from yesterday or last week. Once more, breathing in. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. Even just a few deep breaths can have such a huge effect on the body and the mind. My mind feels clearer already. Let's go ahead and inhale, bring our hands up overhead. You can hold your palms together or grab a hold of your left wrist. Exhale, we're going to come over to the side. So I'm going to the right side, holding onto my left wrist. Just stretching out through the ribs, a couple breaths here. Pressing both sit bones down into the mat so we're not leaning out of the chair. We're creating a stretch through the side body here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, switch sides, coming around. Great. So try here to not let the arms cave in front of the face. You want to keep the heart relatively open. Sometimes it helps people when I say point your heart towards the ceiling. So you're kind of not angling down towards the floor here, but rather really open to the chest. So you don't actually have to face the ceiling, but think more in that direction. One more time each side. Inhale up. Exhale, back to the first side. Good. Creating space around the shoulders, the ribs. Really nice. Inhale, center. Exhale, down to the other side. Breathing. Great. Getting rid of all that stiffness. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. We'll come into chair twist. Inhale, tall. Exhale, left elbow towards the right knee. It's okay if they don't touch, but you're twisting through your waist and kind of leaning forward. And then your gaze will go over your top shoulder. So that's my right shoulder. Breathing here. Nice deep twist, letting the spine really detox. Great. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, bring it out, opposite side. So right elbow towards the left knee, gaze up at the ceiling over the left shoulder. Breathe. And inhale, center. One more time each direction. Exhale, twist. Great. Hold it. Inhale, center. And exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to the knees, seated cat-cow. Inhale, you'll bring your heart forward, shoulders come back. Exhale, round back. So inhale, front, and exhale, back. Great, match your breath. See what feels good here. Cat-cow, you'll probably do in pretty much every yoga class you go to. So if you've done this class before, you're very familiar with this movement, but just notice how it is today. It might not feel the same, even though you do it all the time. Notice if anything is different. You might jump in and just think, oh, this is how I do cat-cow. But if you're feeling, if anything is stiff that usually isn't, or not, or vice versa, you might kind of get the shoulders more or less involved, or maybe involve the hips a little bit more. So just approach it like it's new, even though we do it pretty much every week. Just go into it with a fresh mind, and then we'll switch to circles. Inhale across the front, exhale across the back. So nothing technical, we'll just circling the spine. So you're kind of hitting your cat-cow position as you come across the front, but then you're just going side to work your way to the back. Reverse direction when you're ready. Inhale, front, exhale, back. Great. This is great for your spine. It always feels so good on my hips too. Right in the front. Feels like a great spot to, or a great way to just really stretch out that hard to get spot. All right, we'll inhale tall, exhale forward fold. So you're just folding over your legs here. You can go as far as you want. If you have back problems, just keep your spine straight. And that might mean you're up a little bit higher, that's fine. So you can fold all the way over, drape towards the floor, really let go here. Drop the shoulders, drop the head. That can be very beneficial for the back of the body. Otherwise, you can keep your hands on your knees or your elbows on your knees if you're working with the more limited range of motion. You can hold on to your ankles, whatever feels best. I'm just going to stay up on my elbows here, but pick a position that feels good to you. Don't feel like you need to commit. You can switch back and forth between positions anytime that your body's asking for that. We're going to hold here. So again, just letting the hips really relax, the shoulders, the back of the body. If you are using your hands or your elbows to keep your upper body supported, just be careful that you're not building tension as we stretch. So it might be easy to really press into your elbows or let the shoulders come up to the ears. Try to keep everything still long, relaxed, and soft. Long, deep breaths. Great. Really letting the spine stretch out with the hips. Keeping that breath long. These quiet moments are a great time to just check in with your breath. No judgment if you started breathing quickly at any time. Just use the quiet moments to go back to that long inhale And long exhale. Use that as your reminder to return back to your breath. Great. One more inhale. Exhale. We'll start to rise up, come back up to a seated position, and just start to circle the shoulders out, round them back. Good. Up and around, and then we'll come forward and around. Good. Let's do the same thing with the wrists, just circling the hands. Great. Creating space in those small muscles, small joints. And then let's do the same thing with the feet, just circling the feet. You can do 1 foot at a time if that's better for you. Circle both directions, squeeze and release the toes, the fingers. And then let everything be soft once more. We're gonna come into pigeon pose. So we're gonna have our right leg first. You're gonna either cross your ankles near the floor or bring your ankle up to rest on your knee. Try to raise mine up so you can kind of see. So I'm just bringing my foot across. So your knee might be up a little higher, and that's okay. Doesn't matter. So you're just kind of, as it gently presses down, that will help you to feel that stretch. We're trying to stretch this right thigh here. So just have whatever position works for you, some version of that. So crossing the ankles or ankle on your knee. And then we're going to sit up tall. We're forward folding again. So inhale tall. Exhale, melt down over that leg. Great. So again, you can support yourself on your elbows or reach for your ankle or drape down towards the floor, whatever feels best. You're gently pressing this knee down to create that stretch through the hip. Trying to sit evenly on both sit bones. So if you notice you're leaning more towards one hip or the other, see if you can even it out without hurting yourself. Just be very gentle. And we'll hold here for a couple breaths. Notice how much tension is built up in the hips and just allow yourself this time to unpack it, let it go. Make some space there in that part of you. Great. Breathing deep. Shoulders stay soft. The jaw is soft. Maybe you close your eyes here so that you can really focus on your breath. Or maybe you pick an object in the room. It can be something ordinary to just help you stay present in this moment. Just observe it, its texture, its color, its shape. Or maybe you pick something that's inspiring to you, something to motivate you through your practice. A photograph or a special object, something pretty. Let's go ahead and just take one more big inhale here. Exhale, come on up. We're going to come to a twist from here. So we're keeping the legs the same. And then we're going to inhale, grow up tall. Exhale, left hand to the right knee. Right hand can hold on to the back of the chair or just rest, or you can wrap it behind your back. You'll gaze over your right shoulder. So we're coming into a twist. Hold and breathe here. Again, maybe you pick a focal point over your shoulder. Maybe you just soften the eyes closed. If you're twisting so much that you're kind of tipping back to the back of the chair and your hips, just relax it a little bit so that you can still keep your shoulders right on top of your hips and your head is just tilted back. It doesn't have to be angled or anything. You're just gazing over your shoulder. One more big breath here. Breathe in. Breathe out, let it go. Great. We'll release that leg and just bend and stretch the knee, kind of just to reverse the intensity of that stretch. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing on the left side. So you can cross your left ankle over your right ankle, or if you want to do the more advanced version, bring your left ankle up onto your right knee. So it's okay, again, if your left knee is kind of up high, we're just gently pressing it down as we go. Take the hips forward. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, melt over that leg. Great. Hold and breathe. Just really getting into those sticky spots today, clearing out those cobwebs. and just finding some mobility, some freedom in our own body. And again, use the signal of the silence as your reminder to bring your focus back to your breathing. Nice soft inhales and exhales. Remember, keeping the exhale longer than the inhale is a signal to your brain that it is a safe time to relax. So if you're having a hard time staying focused or kind of dropping into this moment, you can focus on that. Just keep the exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. Maybe even keep track of how long. You can count out how long it takes you to inhale and then try to count a little bit higher, maybe 2 or 3 more counts as you exhale. We have a few more breaths here. Just enjoy that stretch. Great. One more breath in, inhale, and exhale. Start to rise up. Great. We're coming into our twist, so you can keep your same leg position. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, right hand to the left knee. Left hand wraps behind your back or holds onto the chair or just rests down, whatever feels best. Gaze goes over the left shoulder. We're still up nice and tall. Hold and breathe. Great. Maybe picking a different focal point on this side, or maybe softening the eyes closed. One more big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Great. We'll release the leg. You can bend and stretch. Circle the ankle again if you like. Great. All right, so just to release the hips a little bit, we're going to do a little bit of a march in the chair. So on our inhale, we're going to lift one knee kind of in towards the chest, trying to still sit up tall. So try not to sink back too much. It's okay if it doesn't get very high, but we're going to inhale, knee up, and then exhale, let it come down. And then we'll switch to the other side. Inhale, knee up, exhale, come down. Great. Inhale, knee up. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I know it's dark today, but just lifting the knee in towards the chest, working within your own range of motion. Inhale up, exhale down. Great. Inhale up, exhale down. Great. We'll hold the next one. Inhale, exhale, hold. Stay right like this, or maybe if you want to stretch the joint out a little bit more, you can kind of start to circle your knee in your hand if you have that range of motion. If not, that's okay. It can feel really soothing if you're able to do it. It's really relaxing for the hip. But if not, you can just hold and then reverse direction with the circle. Great. Just really nice. We'll inhale, take it back up. And exhale, drop it down. Let's do the same thing with the other leg. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, hold. And then just start to circle. Great. Nice and slow and gentle. If summer feels good, just like in our neck rolls, you can just pause. Continue when you're ready. Customizing your practice. Great. And reverse the circle. Same thing. Good. And then inhale, bring it into the chest. Exhale, let it go. Good. All right. Let's come into our wide leg forward fold. So we're going to take our knees open. They don't have to be too open. Either way, even if you do have a lot of flexibility, you still want them kind of on a diagonal. So your knees are not falling forward over your ankles. You want your shins to be a straight line up and down. So just find a position where your knees are slightly open. And then we're going to fold forward from here. So getting into the inner thighs with this stretch. Inhale, come tall. Exhale, melt forward. So you can have your elbows on your knees, you can have your hands on your chair, or you can reach all the way down for the ground. Whatever feels best to you. Just keep those knees pressing back over your ankles and then breathe. Should be getting a nice stretch in the inner thighs here. Nice, slow, deep breaths. This can be a really tight spot for people, so just breathe, breathe slowly. Keep the shoulders soft, the jaws soft. Good. We're just staying down. I'm just coming up so I can talk you through it. But just hold the stretch. You can come up at any time too if you need to rest, or if you just don't like having your head down for too long, that's fine. Just do what you need to do. Just stretching out through the inner thighs. Let's take one more big breath in. Exhale, we'll come back up. Good. Okay, keeping the knees wide, we'll do a little shoulder stretch here. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands to the knees. So fingers are on the inside of the legs, thumbs are on the outside of the legs. So your elbows kind of make this rectangle shape. Inhale, tall. Exhale, press the right shoulder to the front and then bring your chin towards the right shoulder. This is one of my favorite shoulder stretches. Be nice and gentle. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Left shoulder comes forward. Bring your chin towards your left shoulder. Inhale, up. Exhale, switch. Inhale, up. And exhale, switch. Inhale, up. We'll keep the knees wide still. Exhale, release the hands. And just circle the wrists from having pressure on them. Maybe do a little bit of a waterfall, lacing the fingers together, or a wave rather. Or just shake them out. So knees are still wide. We'll inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands up. Now we're going to cactus. Exhale, goddess pose. So the elbows are angling back a little bit so that you can stretch through your chest. Energy through the fingers. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So we're going to repeat that sequence, just sun breath and then goddess pose. So inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, goddess. Great. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Sun breath. Let's try to slow it down even a little bit more, slowing down the breath. Exhale, heart center. Goddess pose is next. Inhale, up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Goddess pose is next. Inhale, up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, up. Exhale, hand to heart. We're going to add on this time. So sun breath next. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Goddess. Inhale, up. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, hands up. Now exhale, we're going to come over to the right. Drop the right hand on the knee and then up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, up. Exhale, over to the left. Right arm is high. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Let's do that again. Sun breath, nice and slow. Inhale like you're moving through the water. Exhale, hands to the heart. Goddess pose next. Inhale up. Exhale, goddess. Now we go side to side. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right. Left arm is high. Inhale up. Exhale, other side. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. Let's repeat all of that once more. Really slow. Inhale, sun breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. Goddess pose. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Side to side is next. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right. Left arm is high. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. Let's bring the legs together. And we'll do a few sun breaths with chair pose. So if you've done this, you know, you can choose to just sit or stand in the chair if your knees get stressed out. But otherwise, we're going to inhale and stand and exhale, lower back down slowly into the chair. So when you're ready, inhale, rise up. Exhale, slowly start to bring yourself back down. Knees stay over the ankles. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Matching your breath. Just like before, really slow, like you're moving through the water. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now we'll stay up on our feet this time. Inhale up. Exhale, bring your hands through your heart center and then open to the sides. Palms face forward, mountain pose. Feel yourself grounded, standing strong. Feel your feet on the floor. Just notice the points of contact between the floor and your feet, or the bottoms of your shoes and your feet. Whatever you're feeling, just bring your focus to the bottoms of your feet and allow that connection to the earth to just help you to feel grounded and stable in this moment. Reconnect with your breath. Observe where you are at this point in your practice. Just allowing yourself this quiet moment before we move on. Inhale. Exhale, relax the hands. We're going to come around to face the seat of the chair next. So, starting with a forward fold, facing the chair. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, bring your hands down through heart center and then down onto the chair. So we're going to be stretching through the entire back of the body in our standing forward fold. You can keep your hands on the seat of the chair, or you can rest down onto your elbows. You can hold on to your shins, or you can reach all the way for the floor. If your hands don't touch the floor, that's okay. You can still just rest down towards the floor if that stretch feels good to you. Just pick a position you like and feel free to switch back and forth. Stretching out the spine, the hamstrings, the entire back of the body. Forward fold is supposed to be great for calming down the nervous system. So just allow yourself a lot of oxygen here. Really deep, slow breaths. Shoulders stay soft, elbows, hands, everything is relaxed. Just breathe. Again, using the quiet moments as a signal to bring yourself back to focusing on your breath. Couple more deep breaths here. Adjust the pose as you want to or need to. Slowly, we'll start to come up to table pose. So your hands are going to be on the seat of the chair. Your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Place your ankles so they're right underneath your hips. We'll do cat-cow on the chair. So go ahead and inhale, arch the back, open the heart, lift the chin. Exhale, reverse that. Bring the spine up towards the ceiling, really pressing into the hands, getting into the backs of the shoulders. Reverse, inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Match your breath. Go at your own speed. Don't worry about matching me or anyone else. Just match your breath. Maybe somewhere feels really good and you pause and take a few breaths. Remember, this practice is customizable. It's for you. Great. Okay, let's find table. So just a flat back. We'll come into warrior two to get started with our flow. So step the left foot to the back. The toes are going to be pointing to the side. So your left foot is open, pointing this way. Right foot is pointing towards the chair still. You're going to bend this front leg, back leg is straight. So your right knee is directly over your right ankle. And then when you're ready, we'll start to open up. So your body faces the side. Your right hand is reaching towards the chair. Your left hand is reaching away from the chair. Bring your gaze over your right hand. Hold it here. Breathing. Great. Nice and strong in your warrior pose. Let's reverse our warrior. So keep your knees, your legs exactly how they are. We're just going to drop the left arm, lift the right arm up towards the ceiling. Great. Exhale, come back up. We'll stretch the front leg and reach the right hand towards the chair for triangle pose. So left arm is reaching up high. You can bring your right hand onto your leg or your ankle if you prefer. Triangle is one of my favorite poses. So your hip is just really stretching away from your head. So it's like, again, that rubber band, your tailbone stretching one way, top of your head stretching the other way, really creating length and space inside the upper body. Nice stretch for the inner thighs. And then we'll come back up to warrior two, bend into that front leg, open the arms. One more breath in. Exhale, bring that both hands back down to the chair, feet together so you're back in your forward fold. Pedal through the feet and relax. Bend the knees, inhale, standing up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Take a moment here. Connect with your breath. Feel your feet on the floor. One more breath. Exhale, release the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold. Hands come down to the chair. We'll step the right foot to the back this time. So your right toes are going to be facing the opposite way. We're doing this all reverse, so it'll all be the opposite way. Left toes are pointing right at the chair. Bend the left leg so the knee is right on top of the ankle. Warrior two. So come on up, inhale. Exhale, hold the left hand reaching towards the chair, right hand reaching away from the chair. Gaze goes towards the chair. Great. Left leg is bent, right leg is straight. Hold and breathe. Now keep the legs the same. Drop the right hand. Inhale, lift the left hand up to the ceiling. As you exhale, stretch both knees. Both legs are straight. Left hand comes down to the chair. Right arm reaches up, triangle pose. Hold and breathe. the tailbone and the head, top of the head, really stretching away from each other. Inhale, come back on up, warrior two. And then we'll go ahead and bring the hands down, feet together, pedal through the feet. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart and hold. Breathe in, breathe out, let go. Great. Transitioning into mountain pose from here. Stand somewhere where you can use the chair for balance. We're going to be balancing, so you might want to stand behind the chair for this part. But just find yourself in your mountain pose. So take the ears, place them right over the shoulders. Shoulders, place them right on top of the hips. Place the hips right on top of the knees. Place the knees right on top of the ankles. Point the toes to face directly forward. Spread out the toes and press down into the floor of the feet. Let's take the arms open. Hold here, nice and strong. We're getting ready to transition into tree pose. If it helps you with balancing, maybe you pick a focal point, something that doesn't cause your chin to look down or up, something that's directly in front of you. And then when you're ready, you can start to transition into tree pose. You can do whichever leg you want. So you can keep both feet on the floor if you prefer that. I'll start with the right. I think you can see me on the right better. You can start with both feet on the floor, or you can bring the bottom of your foot to your ankle, to your calf, or all the way up to your thigh. Tree pose. So holding onto the chair for balance if you need to. Two hands or one hand. Maybe you test your balance, but take your time. If you fall out, try not to just spring back up. Come back to your mountain pose and then work your way up slowly after you found your focal point and really have your toes pressing down into the ground. Great. So play around here. You can test your balance, you can fall, you can get back up, you can try different arm positions, maybe growing your branches up, hands to the heart, open heart. Maybe you keep one hand on the chair and just do arm positions with one arm. Maybe you have some movement going with the arms. Whatever feels best to you. Just take your time here, play around. You have time. Breathing still. The more tense we are in tree pose, the more difficult it will be to stay. You want your foot to be as spread out and relaxed as possible so you have a nice wide base. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale, relax that foot down. Shake it all out. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other leg. So you might have the same tree pose on both sides, you might not. So just keep an open mind. We'll go ahead and hold on to the chair if that's something that helps you and start to work your way up. Find a hand position that you like. Maybe switch around between different ones. Don't forget about your focal point if that's something that helps you. Breathing. If you fall out, just take your time, slowly get back into your mountain pose. Find that focal point and then slowly grow up. Remember, trees grow very slowly. Try not to spring up. Deep breaths. Just allowing yourself to feel grounded and balanced. Even if you need to hold on to the chair in order to feel that feeling of balance, that's okay. Just allow that feeling to wash over you. Let's take one more big breath in. You can continue to play around as long as you like. Otherwise, we're going to work our way down, pedal through the feet, And slowly work our way back down into the chair. Great. So finding ourselves back where we started our practice, start to extend the top of the head up towards the ceiling, tailbone down towards the floor. Shoulders aren't pressing down, but they're not lifted up either. Just let them be relaxed. Hands and fingers are limp in the lap or down by your sides. We'll finish up the physical aspect of our practice with a few gentle neck stretches. Let's inhale, grow tall. Exhale, chin to chest, and then just hold it here, letting the backs of the shoulders release. Maybe it will feel good to you to add the hand to the back of the head gently as a weight. That's up to you. See how it feels. Great, just breathing. Notice what thoughts come into your mind as we come into the quiet portion of class. Remember, just use that silence as a signal to return to your breath. Inhale, bring the gaze back forward. Exhale, ear over shoulder, tip to one side. Maybe again, you add the hand if that feels good to you. Hold and breathe. Great. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Hold it there. Might feel different on one side than the other. And definitely tighter on this side. So just be aware. Breathing. Great. And inhale back to center. Exhale, just relax. We'll go ahead and complete one more series of neck rolls. So when you're ready, inhale, grow up tall. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, ear over shoulder. Exhale, down through center. Inhale up to the opposite side, match your breath. Let the head be heavy. Notice if it feels any different to do this at the end of class than it does at the beginning. Without judgment, just notice. Inhale up, exhale down. Allowing yourself this time to just go inward. Bring all your energy, all your focus back to you. Notice where you've been giving your energy, what you've been giving your attention to. And just start to call it all back to you now. Remembering you might pause at some point during your neck rolls if that feels good to you. Continuing when you're ready. Maybe do a few full circles. Whatever feels good to you. Honor what your body's asking for. Great, keeping it slow and deep. And then truly just working your way to stillness and allowing yourself to melt into the chair. Just let your body be like a ribbon, just draped over the chair or like a jacket. Melting down. Don't worry about your posture right now. Just sit in a way that feels natural. Instead of holding your position, allow your position to hold you. Surrender to gravity and the support of the chair. Let go of any weight you're holding on to. Starting to relax the entire body, allowing the toes to be still, checking to see if there's any fidgety or nervous energy. Allow the feet and the ankles to soften and relax. Notice if there's any tightening or tension in the lower half of the legs or the upper half. Check in with the hips. Allow them to melt down into the chair. Notice the muscles in the stomach. If they are tightening, allow them to become undone and just rise and fall with your breath, pressing in and out. Bring your focus up into the chest. Same thing, just loosen the muscles. Allow the chest to rise and fall with each breath. Checking in with your shoulders. Again, not pressing, not lifting, just letting them go. Allowing the arms to drape down into the lap. The hands and fingers are limp. Notice if any fidgeting is happening with the fingers and the clothes, or fidgeting with any watches or jewelry. Just allow your hands to be still here. Give your time, this moment, to be relaxed. Sweeping the attention back up the arms into the neck, softening the jaw, the eyelids, and the eyebrows. Allowing the forehead to be relaxed. Allowing the entire body from your feet all the way up into your head to be completely heavy, completely surrendered to gravity and the support of the chair. Once more, bring your focus back to your breath, expanding the stomach as you breathe in and softening the body as you breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, for our meditation today, we're going to do a guided visualization just to represent cleaning out and letting go of thoughts or memories or even things, responsibilities you'll have to take care of, but maybe you're just thinking about it more than you actually really need to. So we're just going to let ourselves let go of all of these things that are kind of dragging around with us. Visualizing yourself outside on a beautiful spring day. Maybe you're in your yard, maybe on your deck, or maybe you're at the park. Just somewhere where you feel comfortable and safe. Maybe it's somewhere that you invented in your mind. It doesn't have to be somewhere that exists in your life. Either way, it's a place you're able to get to in your mind, and that's what we need here. So picture that place. Imagine yourself sitting in a comfortable position. Maybe you are sitting on the steps, sitting in a chair, on a swing, on the grass. Imagine yourself completely comfortable and just visualizing yourself blowing bubbles with a bubble wand and letting the spring air just take them away, watching how beautiful and colorful they look in the sun as they dance around, falling on the grass, some of them flying up so high you never even get to see them when they burst. Imagine these bubbles are like your thoughts that you're carrying around with you that are kind of dragging you down. Just allow them to float away, not really having any effect on you. Observe them from a distance and allow yourself to see them as beautiful and separate from you. Holding on to this picture in your mind, we'll rest quietly for about a minute in meditation, and I'll call you back into the room when it's time. Slowly, we'll start to bring our focus back to the present moment, inviting small movements into the body, starting with the toes and fingers, and just letting that grow in a way that feels comfortable to you, relaxing the hands and feet. I don't know if you can hear my stomach. It's lunchtime. Hopefully, you can't hear that. When you're ready to sit up tall in your chair, go ahead and drop your hands to the sides. We'll inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.